All right, so this is recording 690-690. Again, you can find me at ChristinaSasia918.com. Okay, so here's a more that I'm going to go through with you. So this goes over more AIW and then more on 9/11 and then towards the future, towards the end. Okay, so anyway, I didn't get everything noted down that I could note down, but I'll tell you where to go to do the research. And then I could see so much I couldn't even write it all down. So anyway, so I'm going to start out with different topic, but same line of Gene's terrorism for 60 years. So, and I don't know, you probably would have to take the initials of this and then decode out ciphers and see if she has this. She's obviously hoarding it. I told you she hoards diseases. She plans disease outbreaks. I've already turned her in for disease outbreaks, decoding crimes she's been committing. So you might want to pay attention to it. But anyway, when I was pregnant with my oldest son, Anthony, I broke out into a full body rash. And it was so bad that my skin couldn't touch itself. Like I couldn't have like my fingers, I couldn't have my fingers touching. I couldn't have my arm touching my arm. I couldn't have my legs touching my leg. I couldn't have, it was like total fire everywhere. So anyway, I went to the doctor and it was so bad. And I was living in Arizona. That's where Anthony was born. Anyway, it was so bad that the doctor had me go in through the back entrance because obviously it was infectious. So anyway, diagnosis of it was German measles. So you get what Jean did there? She poisoned me. Well, I was pregnant with Anthony. So GM, so see all code there, and then German, she's using a Charles Manson reference. So she's bragging about poisoning me. And then probably also missiles is probably in that. And that was in 1990. So anyway, you can decode all that out or figure all that out. So, and again, no, Gene Jernigan Roberts, I'm turning you in. You are the leader of Charles Manson. Quit saying that you're me. Quit stealing my decode. Quit pretending that you're me. Quit pretending that you're allowed to speak for me. I am turning you in. The only reason you're not arrested yet and I'm not in witness protection yet is because you are holding people hostage. And I heard you earlier saying that, this is the way that it has to be. That the world will, the world is at your feet. Or what'd she say? She said something like a little while ago, they were threatening to shoot off. They were threatening explosives and bombs. They were threatening to set off bombs because she's pissed off because everybody knows I have a podcast. My podcast has been online for over a year now. I mean, you've been busted, Gene Jernigan Roberts. You've been making a fool of yourself the whole time and getting yourself outed everywhere. She said something like, she's acting to whoever, wherever she's around, or whoever she's around. She's acting like she's some sort of savior. This is what's going on in my brain. She's acting like she's some sort of savior, and she's saying that the world is in danger, and that unless I do what she says, that it's like ticking time bomb or something, and then I have to comply with her and only she can save the planet, is what she's putting in my brain. I mean, ridiculous ass, stupid ass bullshit. And I really think she really fooled people with this, but you can see all my recordings. I've turned her in. She's full of shit. But nonetheless, she is a terrorist and she is the one holding people hostage. So I don't know who she's conning or what she's saying. I don't pay attention to her dumb shit. But anyway, so, okay, so something else that goes to 9/11, September 11th, 2001. Okay, so 9 lives, 9/11. Notice how 9/11 is in 9 lives. Okay, so also note what else is in that liver. So again, she's making a Charles Manson reference. So again, she's bragging about doing Charles Manson. So I know instantly this is decodable. So also in this is Nineveh. Okay, so Nineveh, it goes back to Genesis. All right, so that is one of the towns that, oh my gosh, what's his name? It's a city that, oh my gosh, I can't think of what his name is. Nimrod. It's one of the cities that Nimrod was a builder. He built cities. Okay, it's one of the cities that Nimrod built in Genesis. And then this leads to the tower, the falling of Babylon. Okay, the Tower of Babylon. And remember, I told you this is a worldwide, it is, Gene, stop controlling my speech. This is a world dominion plot that Gene Roberts and her Manson occult again, starting when she formed the occult in the late 60s, when she took over and formed the occult, and then her predecessors before her. Now, if you talk to her, she'll blame everybody else in the book. I've been decoding her crimes for 9 years. It is her direct predecessors. Okay, so it goes all the way back to Genesis. So we are in, it's not just that the United States is being held hostage by her, which basically is what's going on. I told you she's holding 5 different nations hostage. It is the fact that we are in what's called the silent war. We are in the middle of a terror attack, and it is a terror attack that she did, that she pre-planned. Like I told you, even before well, I don't know. Hang on, she's controlling my speech. She pre-planned this, okay, her predecessors pre-planned this all the way back to the beginning of the Bible, okay, which takes us through Revelation. So I've decoded all of this. So she pre-planned to do 9/11. So she gets to where she's at in the late 60s, and she just takes the rule book and just takes over. Okay, so you've seen and heard all my recordings. I've gone through all the ciphers that I've decoded. Okay, and then so you know how the playbook works. So anyway, so the silent war is something she worked on the whole time too. Okay, which is what we're in the middle of. That's why everybody is communicating in silence, and she orders some people that they have to go along with her or else, and she blames it on big groups of scary people. No, it's not. It's Gene fucking Roberts from Milton, Florida. I'm sorry about the F word. She's putting F words in my sentences. She does deserve to be cursed out. She deserves to be electrocuted. Anyway, so okay, so going through this, so I'm like, all right, I can do the cross reduction between 9 lives and 9/11. But I'm not going to do that, okay? I want to follow a different trail of decode. I want to do the numbers, okay? So you can go 100 different directions with this. I'm just doing one route, which is the numbers, decoding the numbers route. So if you take 9 lives and you do the numbers, okay, so instantly you see 419 in it, the Oklahoma City bombing. Okay, so here's the numbers: 149, 145, 1295519. Okay, then I see 19, and then I see 19 is really Z. Okay, which this is new. This is fascinating to me right here, because I've told you I've decoded clocks like crazy. I've decoded so much of her tarot plots. So anyway, this right here is fascinating to me because it's something that I learned that's new. So, okay, so if you take 26, which is the 26th letter Z, right? And then you minus 19, you get 7, okay? So it's like a whole nother alphabet, okay? And then if you flip the 7, okay, because 7 flipped is L, okay? So L equals 12 equals 0, okay? So then I'm like, let me figure out the ratios, because now I can see that this is a clock, okay? So 12 is referring to the 12 o'clock hour. So, okay, so there's 12 numbers in the clock, right? Okay, so now I want the ratios, okay? So I'm like, well, let me divide the clock into quarters, okay? So I can figure out how many of each number is inside each quarter, because that means it's a whole new clock. It's a whole new alphabet and a whole new clock. So, okay, so here's the number. So 26 divided by 4 is 4.5. CL code. 19 divided by 4 equals 4.22. CL code. And then if you take 4.5 minus 4.22 equals 0.28, CL code. Okay, so in this, I also see in decoding the ciphers that go along with this string of numbers, I realized I just put down 9 lives. I realized decoding the string of ciphers in this, that this is a bigger part of a bigger sentence than when, you know how people say you have 9 lives or cat has 9 lives. Okay, so this is like an actual like thing, like an actual quote or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I know there's more to this. So anyway, so on the clock thing, so turning so many degrees, this is a clock overlay. Okay, so now going to decoding the ciphers in this, I can see in this string of numbers is World War I, World War II. I can see the Korean War. I can see the Cold War. I can see Vietnam. But I'm running to the end of the numbers, so I know there's more there. Okay, and I already know what she did underlying everything. And this is the painful part of everything for everyone, is everybody, this is what she intended. Even me having to make public reports against her is what she intended. This is her Alice in Wonderland mad theme. She wants everybody mad and pissed off, and she wants to have total reign and total control. So she wants to get you emotional and wants you to get you upset. And I've said that in my recordings. You have to you have to drop any emotion. You have to drop any feeling, and you have to just be pleasant, be happy, be joyful, or just hold your semblance. Do not get mad. Do not get upset. Because when you get mad and you get upset, it allows her people, our expert MK Ultra people, they will flock to you. And they will manipulate you, and they will fill you full of lies, and they will tell you that they are just the greatest, and they're doing this to save everyone, and they don't know what Christina's talking about. They're just doing some stupid little thing. They just wanted to do a little thing. That's all they were doing. No. They're conniving, they're maniacal, they've been pre-planning this for over 60 years, this most recent thing that everybody's going through, like in their own dirty hands, okay? Jean Roberts from the late 60s, okay? So everybody got hit blindsided with this, and she blocks my actual reports to the CIA. So you just go, okay, we know that this is an underlying end world or world dominion plot, and this goes along with the whole thing. So then you go, and what the positive thing is, the positive of this is I've gone through this and I still go through this. Like, you go your life and you go to school and you learn what you're taught and you experience life as you know it. Okay. And you don't absorb everything. You don't remember everything. And you're just trying to pass your classes. You're just trying to get through. You're just living life. You're living day to day. Going through this, okay, makes you like totally appreciate and love and worry and concern, and like you fall in love with world history. Like, you want to know everything about everything, and you want to know everything about everyone everywhere. That's the positive side of this, is getting involved in your world, getting involved in your nation, and caring and not helping these psychopaths get away with their sideshow distraction of con ass crap they're pulling. I mean, the leader, Gene Jernigan Roberts, is turned in. So I don't know why they bother. I really don't. But anyway, so in this also, so I know that this continues more because we've had so many more events after that. And I already know this. Like, I've already decoded all these pieces. So I want to see what's more at the end, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to figure all that out. If I really wanted to sit down and figure it out, I'd already see what I already know, what I already decoded. And what's more, now that I have a connection to Secret Service and I can make these reports publicly, I know that they're picked up by the Secret Service, since Gene Roberts likes to hack me and everybody else, hacking every company, hacking people's phones, people's computers, just hacking your cars, just doing anything she freaking wants. So at least they have a way to get this, so they can do the work on it. But anyway, so in this also I see tic-tac-toe, see all code with the tic-tac-toe and the dice, the 5-sided dice that lays over the United States, and then DS. And then this also connects to CL Code Days of Our Lives, a theme that Gene Jernigan Roberts used when she planned. I decoded it from when I was a little girl in the 70s. She wrote these demonic ciphers using I Spying on Me and my mom, and my mom's obsession with soap operas. Okay, so she planned all this events around soap operas. CL Code Soap, CL Code Days of Our Lives. So this goes to that too, because of the lives. So, all right, so then I went and looked up the quote. So what does the quote say? The quote says, a cat has 9 lives. You remember, cats are Egyptian, which, what's the first thing Jean gonna do? She's gonna go try to blame someone in the Middle East, which the Middle East is tired of Jean's crap. They really are. All Jean does in my brain all day long and with her friends is, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. They lie and then they go, thank you, thank you. I'm so sick of them. So anyway, the Middle East is equally as sick of Jean. I mean, everybody knows this is a hostage situation. Though all they want to... So anyway, people are trying to talk through me, so I'm just going to keep talking. So anyway, no. They want Christina to keep talking. That's... No. Okay, a cat has 9 lives. For 3 he plays... For 3 he strays, and for the last 3 he stays. Now the stray, remember AIW 70s I told you when I was little in grade school, and I told you about the stray cat? Okay, so see all code on that. So that goes to this. Okay, so, and then also the cat's eye marbles, so see all code marbles. Okay, and then, so, also then my favorite song in 6th grade that I was, oh my gosh, it's right here, it's both of them. So the Stray Cats, I got that for 7th grade for Easter. My mom got it for me. It was the first tape. My mom bought it for me. And then CL Code Stray Cats. And then that's connected to the Stray Cat. She was ice raping using ice on my mom. My mom was giving me a gift out of love. I mean, but my family was basically Gene Roberts' little, MK Ultra ice experiment for like before I was alive. It's freaking insane. So anyway, but my real favorite tape was The Clash, which I used to listen to on my little headphones at the library in 6th grade when they'd send us to the library to do book assignments, and I'd sneak in my Clash tape and I'd listen to Should I Stay or Should I Go and Rock the Casbah. Okay, so there is the Stays and Strays. You see that there. So instantly, so you can see she stalked me all my life. Me and my whole family, and she will not leave me alone. She will not stop stalking me. She has a lot of Tulsa. Most Tulsa's wise to it now, but she's got Tulsa like tricked into freaking gang stalking me. I'm like, you people keep sticking up for a stalker, a damn devil worshipping Charles Manson occultist. I don't care how she smiles at you. Do you not understand anything about Lucifer? Lucifer comes in the form of the most beautiful whatever. And Jean is really not beautiful. She's 78 years old. She's an old hippie. But I mean, that's how she approaches people. She approaches people with like divineness or what a man would see as divine. And then she portrays you. She like portrays you as the exact opposite when you can tell you are trying to get your life together for one, but you can tell you're suffering from the stress of her psychotic gang stalking and abuse. So they know what you're supposed to look like. They see your pictures, and I will get back to it. I will get back to it as soon as Gina's arrested. I can't do anything right now. So anyway, so in this, so there is 4-3. So there, see how it says 4-3? So 43. So 4-3 is, well, DC. But 4-3 is 7. So then that would be 777. Okay. So I know there's the 1 in it. Okay. So what's missing is the 3 and the 5. Okay. So anyway, these are sacrifices. And this also goes along with, you know how people say when people die, and a lot of these are people's lives that Gene Roberts has taken. I told you she takes people's lives and she sacrifices them, and she's just now being outed for that. Okay, I've been telling on her, but people are more mainstream finding out that's what she's been doing. So some celebrities, politicians, some people she's holding hostage, some people she has sacrificed. Okay, so. And it's not just, it's everyday people that she kills too as sacrifices. And the police know that. They know, they listen to my reports. They know how to decode. They find out real quick. Okay, so I'm like, so I know the year 1297 is important. So I go look up the year 1297. So that's Magna Carta. That's important. First Baron's War is important. And there's a lot going on in the year 1297 that's important. But I'm going to go to show you this. Okay. So she's using an Alice in Wonderland theme. I told you this. So if you go to 10.6, I always go in the forums of 10.6 to see what she did, because that's where she hides everything in. Everything else is related and significant too. The whole year is significant. But like I tell you, it's an overlays and overlaps of different patterns. So you've got a pattern of this, and then you got a pattern of that, and it overlaps by years and decades and centuries. And then you have her main Alice in Wonderland theme. Okay. So you go through the 6s and the 10s. So October, November, Scottish forces led by William Wallace begin raids, and see right there it is, Alice in Wonderland. See? Begin raids on Northumberland and Cumberland. During a ceremony at Selkirk, Wallace is knighted and appointed Guardian of Scotland. contradicts First Scottish War of Independence that cites William Wallace as having been made a Knight and Guardian of Scotland in March 1298. Okay, so that's it for this recording. I've got another recording to do, but I'll probably get it done in a little while. So that's the end for this recording.